KJA Global Channel. The Political System and Me. Living, participating, and leading in a democratic system. How the political system shapes everyday lives, and how the informed citizens build, renew, and reshape the political system. This is not merely a video series. This is a civic learning journey. A journey from ordinary life to system sight. From confusion to understanding. From fear to responsibility. From passive survival to democratic participation. From me to us. The political system and me begins with one simple truth. The political system is not distant. It is daily life. It is in the water that reaches the home, the medicine that reaches the clinic, the school that forms the mind, the wage that feeds the family, the law that protects the weak, the truth that can be spoken without fear, and the institution that can correct power when power goes wrong. The purpose of this series is clear: to show how public authority enters ordinary human life and how informed citizens can trace that authority through institutions, evidence, safeguards, remedies, and responsibility. The doctrine is disciplined. Human life before abstraction. Mechanism before slogan. Evidence before accusation. Institutional remedy after diagnosis. Civic practice that is safe, lawful, proportionate, and measurable. This series does not teach hatred. It does not teach revenge. It does not worship personalities. It teaches citizens to see systems, judge power, protect dignity, and build institutions that survive leaders, parties, crises, and generations. The full journey moves across 6 major series, 63 core episodes, 12 civic field labs, 189 shorts, worksheets, study guides, and a framework for safe public learning. Series 1. The Political Wake-Up. Episodes 1 to 5 move the viewer from an unaware individual to an awakened citizen. The journey begins with an ordinary morning. Water, electricity, roads, school, medicine, and safety. The viewer discovers that daily life is connected to hidden chains of law, institutions, budgets, decisions, records, oversight, and correction. Then the series asks, what is a political system? It is the organized pattern through which public authority is obtained, exercised, restrained, corrected, and translated into protection or exposure. It compares dictatorship, fragile democracy, and federal democracy, not by slogans but by evidence. Who decides? What limits power? Who participates? Who is protected? And where is the remedy when power harms people? It reveals why people often do not see the system. Fear, exhaustion, propaganda, learned helplessness, personality worship, and the habit of treating repeated harm as normal life. And it closes the political wake-up with one hard truth. When a system fails, generations pay the price through lost time, broken trust, displaced talent, inherited trauma, and weakened public capacity. Series 2. How the System Enters Everyday Life. Episodes 6 to 13 move the awakened citizen into system literacy. My Body and Health shows that the body is the first citizen. Health reveals whether policy, budget, medicine, facilities, professional ethics, and accountability protect human life. My Mind, Education, and Identity shows that education is not only schooling. It forms memory, language, dignity, opportunity, critical thinking, and the power to become fully human. My work, income, and economic freedom shows that work is where the system touches survival. Wages, labor protection, licensing, markets, opportunity, and corruption are downstream of political design. My family, safety, and daily security teaches that the home is the first territory of the state. A society is tested by whether ordinary families can sleep without fear. My land, livelihood, and environment teaches that land is the first economy. Control of land is control of livelihood, memory, identity, environment, and future security. My faith, conscience, and freedom of belief teaches that freedom of belief is the first freedom. Conscience is the inner court that judges power. My voice, media, and the truth environment teaches that voice is not a luxury. The truth environment is the air a society breathes. When truth collapses, accountability collapses with it. My rights, law, and justice completes the everyday life journey. Rights are dignity written into the system. Law is the architecture that turns values into protection. Rights become real only through accessible remedy and enforceable justice. Series 3. Institutions, Power, Rights, and Accountability. Episodes 14 to 33 teach citizens how accountability works. This part enters the machinery of public life. Institutions, elections, taxes, public money, services, corruption, integrity, unity and diversity, memory, transitional justice, police, military power, constitutions, parliament, administration, courts, federal democracy, local government, fair markets, the social contract, and future governance through AI, data, surveillance, and digital rights. The viewer learns that elections alone are not enough. A constitution alone is not enough. Federal language alone is not enough. Courts, parliaments, police, budgets, public services, and administrations must be designed, funded, staffed, reviewed, restrained, corrected, and made answerable. Series 4. The political system across every sector of society. Episodes 34 to 53 move the participant into the role of professional and institutional builder. Here, democracy is not treated as a speech. It becomes daily work in schools, clinics, courts, budgets, security institutions, media, civil service, business, labor, farms, environment, women and gender justice, youth, children, family policy, religion, minority rights, urban life, technology, diaspora networks, culture, and national memory. Series 4 teaches one decisive lesson. Democracy is not only built in parliaments. It is built in classrooms, clinics, courtrooms, public offices, farms, factories, newsrooms, families, communities, and professional ethics. Series 5. Myanmar's Democratic and Federal Transition. Episodes 54 to 58 move the institutional builder into transition-conscious citizenship and leadership. This part distinguishes regime replacement from genuine system reconstruction. Removing domination is necessary, but rebuilding the system is what determines whether freedom endures. The series studies the transitional roadmap. Civilian protection, interim authority, institutional reconstruction, constitutional settlement, democratic participation, and durable order. It defines the citizen's role as founding power. It defines the leader's role as stewardship, not ownership. And it defines the international dimension through legitimacy, law, humanitarian responsibility, accountability, and global support that strengthens rather than distorts democratic transition. Series 6. The Civic Covenant for Future Generations. Episodes 59 to 63 complete the journey. The non-repetition covenant asks what we must never allow again. A letter to the next generation moves the viewer from me to us. The Civic Operating Manual gathers the tools of rights literacy, evidence, remedy, safe participation, and disciplined judgment. The Leadership Ethics Code teaches power, restraint, and the discipline of service. And the National Covenant ends the series with a non-repetition oath for generations to come. Across the entire series, one method keeps returning.
Do not stop at the visible event.
Follow the chain. Follow the governance chain. Follow the accountability chain. Follow the rights chain. Follow the public money chain. Follow the information chain. Follow the transition chain. Ask who decided. Ask what rule authorized the decision. Ask what institution had the duty. Ask what record should exist. Ask what oversight can review it. Ask what remedy can correct it. Ask what consequence prevents repetition. This is the power of the political system and me. It does not leave citizens with anger alone. It gives them language. It gives them structure. It gives them evidence discipline. It gives them civic practice. It gives them a way to move from suffering to understanding, from understanding to responsibility, and from responsibility to institution building. This series is for citizens who want to understand why life feels controlled by invisible forces. It is for community leaders who must facilitate safe dialogue. It is for teachers, doctors, lawyers, journalists, civil servants, workers, farmers, business owners, faith leaders, youth, women, families, diaspora communities, and public leaders. It is for anyone who believes that human dignity deserves more than slogans. It deserves systems. The political system and me is not an invitation to blind anger. It is an invitation to discipline sight, not to personality worship, but to institutional responsibility, not to revenge, but to justice, not to domination, but to freedom with accountability. The question is no longer whether the political system touches your life. It already does. The question is whether you can see how it touches your life, whether you can trace the chain, whether you can ask for evidence, whether you can locate the institution, whether you can identify the safeguard, whether you can seek remedies safely, and whether you can help build a future where power is restrained, distributed, answerable, and worthy of human dignity. This is the journey. 63 episodes, 6 series, 12 civic field labs, 1 civic covenant. From the ordinary morning to the democratic future. From private suffering to public understanding. From fear to founding power. From me to us. The system shapes our lives. Our participation shapes the system.
Subscribe.
Learn. Participate. Shape the future. KJA, knowledge justifies authority.